Hey everybody, it's Jeff here. I just finished watching Brothers, starring Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Natalie Portman. And yes, I actually went out to a store called Blockbuster and rented this with real money, cash. Probably out of a desire to post on here more, but what have we got? I love reading the blurbs on these boxes. An Oscar-worthy must-see movie, Pete Hammond, Box Office Magazine. The best movie I've seen in 2009, Richard Roper. He must have missed a couple of movies. Powerful and gripping, Pete Hammond. Pete Hammond loved Brothers. Pete Hammond, once again, this guy is either he just loves this movie or he was a complete shill for it. Absolutely mesmerizing. Richard Roper, once again, these two loved it. They should get together and talk about it sometime. Tobey Maguire gives the performance of his career, which I guess I'll agree with that. A riveting performance by Jake Gyllenhaal. I thought he was really good in this. Natalie Portman is terrific, says Jim Veneer of Vernier, whatever, of the Boston Herald. Um, what did I think of it? I just watched it like a couple minutes ago. I'm still kind of digesting it, but it had me going for a while there. I liked it. It's like a family drama. Some would say a melodrama about these two brothers. One is kind of a screw up, and he's went to jail. He's actually just getting out of jail at the beginning of the movie. I'll leave that up to you. It's kind of like a little mystery that in it, and the other, basically one's the black sheep, one's the good kid, and Tobey Maguire's the good kid. He's going into the army or the military, Marines, whatever. And he has a military dad, and he gets sent to Afghanistan. And I'm not giving away anything that's not in the trailer here, so if you don't like it, shut up. He goes to Afghanistan, and he's presumed dead. And his screw up brother that just got out of jail starts taking care of his wife and his family. And the movie, the trailer, I guess is what I wanted to say, kind of leads you into thinking that's what it's going to be about. Like, it kind of leads you one way. It makes you think that it's going to be, Tobey Maguire's in Afghanistan. He's not dead. Or they think he's dead, but he's really alive. And his brother is going to get it on with his wife. I mean, that's what the trailer makes it look like. And thankfully, it's not a complete, if you're going the really melodramatic route, which, don't get me wrong, melodrama is not necessarily a bad thing. Some people think it is, but it's not. I mean, Sidney Lumet said that his crime drama, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, he said that was a melodrama. And that was a pretty kick-ass movie, if you ask me. I thought it was better than the movie that won Best Picture that year, No Country for Old Men. And, I guess I would take his view of it, which is, melodrama is basically life cranked up to 11. And that's pretty, so if someone wants to categorize this as a melodrama, go ahead. I get what other parts of the definition for Lumet was like the characters are defined, they're defined by their service to the plot, which I guess that falls in line with Brothers also. So I guess it is a melodrama, but it's a fairly good one at that, and I'd say it's worth watching. So anyways, where the hell was I? So you think it's going to be about that, but it's not quite. And I don't want to ruin it for you, so go in thinking it's about the guy hooking up with his, dead brother's not really dead brother's wife. Because if you go in thinking that it's going to be better than you think it's going to be. And I don't know, I guess in general, technical aspects of the film, it's directed by Jim Sheridan, who did In America, which I saw part of on TV once. And from what I've noticed out of both of his movies, is beautifully photographed. I don't know who his director of photography is, but I'm sure he's probably using the same guy in each movie. And really good performance, good casting for one, and really good performances. Like a lot of critics in the trailers and some of the blurbs here on the box and everything, and like make it out like it's Tobey Maguire's breakout performance. And to me, he was kind of the least interesting out of it, or like the least stunning performance out of it. And his performance is good. I'll get to it, but so yeah, that's what I've noticed out of Jim Sheridan, and that's definitely true here. Like the best thing for me about this movie is the performances of the actors and just the casting in general. Um, Jake Gyllenhaal, I found him very believable as like this troubled young guy that's done some stupid things, but he wants to make a better life for himself, and he wants to win the respect of his brother and his dad. And he feels like the black sheep, and I thought he portrayed it well. I thought he was very good at it. Natalie Portman, she gets to cry a lot and act sad and depressed, and but I bought her. I bought her for every second that she was in it. Tobey Maguire, I don't know if I bought him. I don't know if I bought him all the time. I guess that's one of my caveats about the movie. There are definitely a couple others, and I'm sorry if this stretches on into two videos, but so be it. I to him For me, I wasn't always convinced by him when he's playing against type, when he's playing like this raging lunatic sort of tough guy, military guy. I just didn't always buy it. And the other problem is the same problem that some people have with The Shining with Jack Nicholson, is that you don't get to see enough of him when he's normal, when he's not traumatized by war. And so that's my bit on Tobey Maguire, but some other some good casting choices all around. Like you got Ethan Suplee as one of Jake Gyllenhaal's friends. You have Sam Shepard, the playwright, actor slash he could do anything, I guess. Sam Shepard as the dad of these brothers, and he is one of my favorite performances in the movie. He's just a perfectly cast military dad that you feel sorry for. And one of the moments of grief in the movie with him, I thought was one of the most honest moments of the movie, where he's just sitting there in the kitchen, and he thinks Tobey Maguire is dead, and he just starts breaking out crying in front of his other son, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's sitting there crying. He goes, I don't know. He's like crying like this, he comes up. It was a heartbreaking scene. He's like, I don't know how she lives like this, Natalie Portman, with the kitchen like this. And to me, it was just a recognizable moment of grief. It seemed very real. Some of the other transitions in it didn't quite buy so much, like how Natalie Portman went from thinking his brother was disgusting to being close with him so quickly. And so there are a couple moments, like the moment with Sam Shepard, regarding grief, that were really well done. It feels like it kind of gets glossed over to just move the plot forward, which is kind of sad. I honestly think this movie could have been a bit longer and a bit better, but we'll get to that in the next half of this.